Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, May 21st, 2025, we're dissecting Litecoin, symbol CUSD. We'll be covering both recent news and a detailed chart analysis to give you the best possible insights. Recent Google searches show key topics of interest: Litecoin ETF news, price predictions, and general analysis. News outlets like Crypto News and Cointelegraph are covering Litecoin's potential for ETF approval and market performance. Let's correlate these events with our chart data to see where Litecoin might be heading in the short and long term. First, looking at the daily chart, we can see Litecoin has experienced significant volatility over the past year. Starting in January 2024 around the $65 range, it peaked near $110 in March and then experienced a sharp correction in April. We have seen it range between $60 and $80 since then. More recently, there's been a slight uptick in price, reaching $88.65 on May 20th. We're opening today, May 21st, around $88.24. Is this a sign of recovery? The recent news about potential ETF approvals seems to correlate with these upward movements, but it's important to note that such spikes can be followed by corrections if the news doesn't materialize into concrete action. Now, let's zoom into the 1-hour chart to analyze short-term price action. We'll filter the chart to show data from yesterday, May 20th, to better understand the most recent movements. We can see a consolidation phase during the early hours, followed by a slight push upward, indicating potential bullish sentiment. However, the most recent candles on the hourly chart show indecision, with the price hovering around $88. For a more granular view, let's examine the 15-minute chart. Again, focusing on yesterday's price action gives us insight into intraday volatility. We see rapid fluctuations, suggesting traders are reacting quickly to news and market sentiment. Key price levels to watch: immediate resistance around $90, which was tested briefly yesterday, and support around $82, which has held fairly well in the past few months. A break above $90 on the daily chart could signal further upside potential, possibly testing the $100 range, especially if an Litecoin ETF gets approved. Conversely, a drop below $82 could lead to a retest of lower support levels around $70. Given the current data and news, an unbiased prediction would be consolidation in the short term, with potential for upward movement if positive ETF news breaks. Conversely, negative regulatory news or a general market downturn could push the price lower. Remember to watch for increased volume accompanying any price movement, which would signal stronger conviction from buyers or sellers. Keep an eye out for any upcoming news events, particularly related to regulatory decisions on Litecoin ETFs, as these will be key drivers of Litecoin's price action in the coming months.